10th class social studies first unit in first part, that is India relief features. As we all are Indians, it is our responsibility to know about our home country. What is the meaning of relief features? Relief features are different types of landforms present in a particular locality or an area. Today, let us know about the different landforms existing in our country as well as the location of our country. Have you ever looked at a world map? If you looked at it, you would have experienced so many continents and oceans on it. So, how many continents are there and how many oceans are there? This is the question. There are 7 continents and 5 oceans in the world. Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia and Antarctica. These are the 7 continents. And Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Antarctic Ocean. These are the 5 oceans. Let me show you the location of the oceans and continents. If you look at this world map, consider it as a world map, you can see so many continents and oceans on it. Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia and Antarctica. These are the 7 continents. Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean. These are the 5 oceans. Asia is the biggest amongst all the continents in which our country, India, exists. Just below India, south to India, there is Indian Ocean. In between North America, South America, Europe and Africa, Atlantic Ocean is present. Just below Arctic is the Arctic Ocean. Just above Antarctica is the Antarctic Ocean. So totally these are the 7 continents and 5 oceans existing in our world. Now let me tell you the location of our country. I learned in your earlier classes about hemispheres. Totally we have 4 hemispheres. See here, equator. If you look at this world map, you will be seeing a dotted line. You can see a dotted line is crossing in between the world. This dotted line is equator. So this equator is a straight line and it is 0 degrees and it is cutting the globe into 2 equal halves. So the above part is the northern hemisphere and the below part is the southern hemisphere. So here our country India belongs to the northern hemisphere. So if you look at here, this is the northern hemisphere, this is the southern hemisphere. Here it is the eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. So our country India lies in the northern part slightly towards the northeastern side. So our location, our India's location is towards the northeastern side of the northern hemisphere. Now, have you ever looked at a India map? If you looked at an India map, you will be coming across so many lines which are running parallel to each other. Some will be horizontal, some will be vertical. Have you ever got a doubt? What are these lines called? These lines are called latitudes and longitudes. The vertical lines are called latitudes and the horizontal lines which are drawn on the globe or our India are called as longitudes. So let me tell you the longitudinal and the latitudinal location of our country. See here, if you look at our India map, you can see you will be experiencing so many lines which are drawn horizontal and parallel. So India lies between 8 degrees 4 minutes to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude. So if you look at here, 8 degrees 4 minutes to 37 degrees 6 minutes. What kind of latitude, children? North latitude. Whereas if you come to longitudes, India lies between 86 degrees 7 minutes to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. What is it? East longitude. So this is the longitudinal and the latitudinal location of our country. India lies in northeast part of the northern hemisphere and this is the longitudinal and latitudinal description of India. Now you would have got a doubt. Children, you will be coming across, your parents will be always discussing that if you call your neighbors or if you call your cousins persons who are living in abroad countries like America, UK and so on, the time variation will be different. If in India, if it is night time, in US it will be daytime. Have you ever heard about it, or have you ever know about it? Why it is happening? Because as we know, as you have learned in your earlier classes about Earth's movements and the various differences between the time. See, in our India too, as we are Indians, we are living in the same country, we too will be experiencing different time variations. For example, if you go to Arunachal Pradesh, so Arunachal Pradesh is here, it is a northeast state. The sun rises first in Arunachal Pradesh and the last sunset occurs in Gujarat, Ran of Kutch, Gujarat. So if it is 5 a.m. in Arunachal Pradesh, if the sun rises 5 a.m. in Arunachal Pradesh, in Gujarat the sun rises at 7 a.m. There will be 2 hours difference between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. Why? Because as I have told you, there will be so many lines, longitudes will be passing. The sun rises on each longitude, it takes 4 minutes, like that, 4. If you add the 4 things, if you come to Gujarat, it takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours. So this is the difference between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. So here a dotted line will be crossing. If you look into your textbook, in your first page, you can see there will be a dotted line like this. What is this dotted line? This dotted line is crossing from Allahabad. Where is it? Allahabad. And it is considered as IST, Indian Standard Time. It is the Indian Standard Time. And you may get this down. What is this Indian Standard Time? Are there different standard times? Yes, there is also a standard time which is considered as a world standard time, or GMT. It is called as GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. All the time zones are calculated from GMT. So here it is also 0 degrees, and this line is called prime meridian, and it is crossing from Greenwich, which is located in London. So all the time zones are calculated from Greenwich, London. So it is called as GMT. So our IST, or our Indian Standard Time, is 5.5 hours ahead the Greenwich Mean Time. So children, this is the location of our country, India. India lies in the northern hemisphere towards the northeast side, and it is in the Asian continent, and equator divides the globe into 2 equal halves, that is northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, eastern hemisphere, western hemisphere. Now let me tell you how many kilometers, what is the distance of India from north to south and east to west. See children, here from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, the southernmost tip of our country is Kanyakumari. From north to south, India is covering 3,214 kilometers. From north to south, 3,214 is the kilometers of India. From west to east, if you come to west to east, that is from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, it is 2,933 kilometers. 2,933 kilometers. So from north to south, that is from Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, 3,214 kilometers. From west to east, that is from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, it is 2,933 kilometers. And you will be experiencing, have you seen a dotted line which is crossing here? This is Tropic of Cancer. As equator is dividing the globe into 2 equal halves, that is northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Similarly, this Tropic of Cancer is also dividing the India into 2 halves, that is North India and South India. So see children, here I have told you that equator is 0 degrees. No. So southern part of India, so few parts are southern parts of India will be extremely hot during the summer season due to the presence of equator. Due to the presence of equator. But North India will be escaping from the peak summers. Why? Because due to the presence of Himalayas. Himalayas are the young folded mountains, and due to the presence of Himalayas only, North India escapes the peak summers. You will be coming across, people will be planning for vacation. In the peak summers, people will be going to Kulu Manali, Kangra, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, likewise. So as we people belong to Telangana and few parts of Tamil Nadu and so on, people will be going to hill stations for relaxation, for escaping of peak summers. Why? Because North India will be experiencing cool climatic conditions.